Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 10th of March 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. So before we start, I think it is important for me to know that for once these news are pre-recorded. I do have some personal stuff I do need to attend to, so maybe I'm missing some of today's news. I will report on them tomorrow. I really cannot do much else. But today we got two stories for you guys, both Overwatch related. The first one is about a scandal that has appeared for one of the Overwatch Twitch moderators, including some revenge porn. And secondly, well, the Overwatch League has been issuing a few more disciplinary actions, more precisely 4, so we're going to take a look at those. But let's begin with the Overwatch moderator known as Uncle Swag, who has been moderating a shit ton of Twitch channels, more precisely more than 100, has issued an apology following a revenge porn scandal. So for anybody who doesn't know what revenge porn is essentially, so let's say you have a girlfriend, she sends you some nudes, and then you break up, so out of spite you post that porn online. And that's a revenge porn. And Uncle Swag, for some reason, found himself in the position of hoarding tons and tons of revenge porn. More specifically, revenge porn related to people from Blizzard and from Twitch. I think the reason why he did it was fairly obvious, especially for guys. But the bigger issue is he actually posted it online to several sites. I think the most prominent one was Imager. And the scandal broke up after what was her name? Scarlet something. What is her full name? I can't find her full name. It's Scarlet something. I just forgot. Cher Scarlet, yeah. Who is a former software engineer from Blizzard. And yeah, some of her nude pictures were leaked online. Uncle Swag got in their possession, and he kept posting them online again and again, making sure they were still available to people who, well, how to say that, would enjoy looking at them under certain specific circumstance? I think that's a good way to put it. So, he got fired from his position, and he issued a response. So let me read that response for you guys. Different people from different times in my life have opposite views of me, and they're both justified. I haven't tried to dedicate myself to do good things just because. I have skeletons. I come from a very depraved life with no immediate family or guidance, and made it worse with online communities. And that's what I was. I depraved, toxic shit who hated everybody and everything and sought out to hurt people. I blamed the world for my life and I did nothing to change it. But that isn't who I am today. I've learned what it means to do good things for the hard way, being evil, edgy, and self-destructive. I always get asked how I could or why I modded 24/7 because I pushed myself every day to do it. I didn't get paid to do it for 2 years. I did it because I didn't give myself a choice. I don't want to be the person I was. I want to do good things, be nice, and make people happy, turn my life around. Moderating wasn't just deleting comments to me. I interacted with communities privately and publicly. Hundreds of thousands of messages in Twitch channels. 99,000 in just seagulls, helping and molding them. I put my heart and soul into it because it matters to me. I've done a lot of good, I've done a lot of bad. The good doesn't excuse the bad, but the evil person isn't who I am today. I made an effort to make a positive difference in the world. I don't think there is another mod who has gone as far as I did, but it's over now. I am sincerely sorry to the people who I have hurt and disappointed. I am not the same person. I really hope people understand. There was one more little statement which was sent as a tweet out, which said, I meant for my response to be a send-off. I'm not looking for forgiveness. I don't forgive myself. What I did was wrong. I'll always be sorry to Code Hitchhiker, which is Mr. Scarlet, and everybody else I caused harm to and disappointed. I'm sorry it had to come up again this way and this late. So, essentially, I don't think there's any way to argue that what he did wasn't wrong. You should never post anybody's pictures online if you don't have their consent. Ideally, they should just post them themselves, and then nothing can really be done about it. And yeah, came back to bite his ass. That's all that happened, and it's understandable that he's getting punished, both socially and in other ways, for it. Okay, let's move on to the Overwatch League sanctions to some players. More specifically, 4 players. The first one is Taeyeon Kim, also known as Tyrong, Timo Katuten, known as Tymo, Ted Wang, known as Silk Thread, Felix Langiel, known as XQC. So let's take a look at all of them individually. So let's start with Taeyeon Kim, known as Tyrong, who plays for the Houston Outlaws, and he was given a formal warning for posting an offensive meme on social media. Apparently, he just posted something stupid on the internet. His punishment was somewhat alleviated because he issued a public apology and he donated to the Hiroshima Peace Culture Foundation. Yeah, that one's pretty obvious. If you post something stupid on social media and you're somewhere in the media spotlight, you will most likely get somewhat punished for it. Then there's Timo Katuten, who plays for the Dallas Fuel, and he got a $1,000 fine for using anti-gay slurs on his personal stream. He also apologized for the offense, but it was not actually brought into light until ESPN noticed it, and that seems to somewhat lessen what he did. I don't really understand why, and again, using bad words, if you're a public person, will probably bring you some penalties. Then there's Ted Wang, known as Silk Thread of the Los Angeles Valiant, who also got a $1,000 fine because it seemed that he actually didn't do anything against the rules of the Overwatch League itself, but it seems that he was account sharing, which is against the Blizzard End User License Agreement, which is the EULA, obviously. This one is actually harder for me to judge whether he should be punished by the Overwatch League for something that isn't necessarily said by the Overwatch League is out of the bounds. He should probably be punished by Blizzard itself, not the Overwatch League, even though I understand the Overwatch League is ran by Blizzard. They should have been like, yeah, you just can't play for like 3 days on your account or something. I think that would be a much better solution to the problem, but I do understand why they didn't want to do that, because they did not want to suspend him from playing for his team, but they did want to punish him in some other way. And last of all, we got Felix Langiel, known as XQC, of the Dallas Fuel, who got, well, the short end of the stick. So, XQC has been already punished in the past for being, well, he actually was homophobic. Was pretty obvious from what he said. There really wasn't any arguing against it. And he was fined now for $4,000 and suspended for 4 matches because he used an emote on Twitch. More specifically, it was quoted, XQC repeatedly used an emote in a racially disparaging manner on the Team League stream and on social media, and used disparaging language against Overwatch League casters and fellow players on social media and his personal stream. So, this one is by far the one I know most about. The other ones just seemed, yeah, we did something stupid, we acknowledge it. XQC is actually saying what I did wasn't bad. So he was using Twitch global emote, which is tryhard7, which is essentially like a little emote with it's making a salute. And he used it when one of the casters were on stream. And somehow Overwatch League thinks that it was used as a racial slur. Even though, from what I actually managed to find, XQC has been using this particular emote quite a lot in his own personal streams. It's essentially his high, as far as I understand it. So it seems just, I don't know, it doesn't seem to, the punishment doesn't seem to fit. There's also the fact that he seems to use some disparaging language against other League casters and some other players on social media. I haven't been able to find that, but for that part, I'm just going to assume, yeah, okay, let's say he did it. So for that, he probably should have been punished. But this emote use, gotta say, it just doesn't seem like it really fits. That's literally my problem with it at this moment. It just doesn't seem to fit. And that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider giving us a like here on YouTube and subscribing to our channel. If you are watching this on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow our blog. Be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, for tomorrow is the day of the weekly podcast with me and Tygergamer. See you guys later with more gaming content.